how about them Cowboys? What's up, everybody? It's your boy back on the channel, and today we're diving deep into everything happening behind the scenes for the Silver and Blue. Trust me when I say, this isn't your casual rumor mill chatter. This is the kind of insider info that hits true America's team fans right in the chest. There's drama, there's tension, and there's some moves that could completely reshape the trajectory of this season. And honestly, what's going on behind the doors at a T&T stadium? It's like a ticking time bomb, ready to blow at any moment. The big question on everyone's mind, has the front office lost its mind? Or is there some master plan we just can't see yet? Before we dig into that, let me say one thing. If you're all about fan-to-fan analysis, if you live and breathe this team, now is the time to hit that subscribe button. Subscribing here isn't just clicking a button. It's a declaration that you're part of the real Cowboys nation, keeping the Doomsday Defense tradition alive, and proving that how about them Cowboys isn't just a catchphrase, it's a lifestyle. All right, hold on tight because this first one might blow your mind. Are you ready for this? There are people, real people in the league talking about trading Micah Parsons. Yes, you heard me right. The man who embodies the modern Doomsday Defense, the player every quarterback fears, might be on his way out of Dallas. And this isn't some baseless rumor in a fan forum. It's become a hot topic behind the scenes. Apparently, tensions have escalated between Parsons and the front office to a point nobody expected. I'll be honest, I thought this was just smoke, but it's real. Jerry Jones, in what some are calling a shocking move, reportedly tried to negotiate a massive contract extension without even involving Parsons' agent. Bold, maybe. Stupid, absolutely. Fans are calling it a circus, and honestly, I don't blame them. As if that wasn't enough to shake the fan base, Parsons himself took to social media and dropped a bombshell. He wants out. He doesn't want to play in Dallas anymore. Reading that gives chills. This isn't just a player leaving, this is the heart of our defense considering a switch to someone else's jersey. And then, the rumors got even crazier. Enter the Green Bay Packers. Yes, the Cheeseheads. Whispers are floating that they'd be willing to offer 2 first-round picks, a third-rounder, and even Rashan Gary with his hefty $17 million contract and 39 sacks. On paper, it might look tempting, but selling the soul of our defense for draft picks? That's a gamble that could haunt us for years. Fan reactions are all over the place. Some are pragmatic if the relationship is irreparable. Maybe cashing in now isn't the worst idea. But most of us, myself included, are furious just imagining Parsons in green and gold. Because let's be real, he isn't just a player, he's the spirit of this defense. Trading him could ignite protests inside and outside a T&T stadium because a true fan isn't going to accept losing one of the NFL's elite talents without a fight. And if there's one thing this front office has shown us, it's that stubborn pride sometimes trumps common sense, and that could cost us dearly. Now, flipping to a lighter but still intriguing note, after all this talk about a superstar possibly leaving, the Cowboys made a subtle but interesting roster move. Will Grier is back. That's right, the quarterback is back on the practice squad. Not headline-grabbing, sure, but familiar faces bring a kind of stability that fans sometimes overlook. Grier will be the third QB behind Dak Prescott and Joe Milton. He's not flashy. His preseason stats weren't spectacular 7 completions on 14 attempts for 87 yards. But the coaching staff clearly trusts him. Experience counts in the quarterback room, especially with Dak having a history of injuries. Grier knows the playbook. He's comfortable in the locker room. and he can step in when the unexpected happens. Sometimes, having someone who knows the system is more valuable than gambling on a stranger. And Greer wasn't the only addition. Alongside him, the Cowboys stocked their practice squad with wide receivers, linebackers, and even a couple of tight ends. These moves are about depth, preparation, and having options ready when injuries inevitably hit during the grind of the season. Fans are split. Some see it as a wasted spot. Others recognize the strategic foresight. Personally, I like it. Football isn't just about the stars. It's about having reliable players ready when the pressure hits. And sometimes, the unlikely hero emerges in the most unexpected moments under the bright lights of a T&T stadium. Secondary coverage has been another area of concern, and the Cowboys addressed it with two key additions. Reddy Stewart, an undrafted 2024 player from the Bears, has a direct connection to Matt Eberflus, our defensive coordinator, who coached him in Chicago. And True Bridges, a 2025 seventh-round pick from the Chargers, comes with familiarity from Oregon under Coach Junior Adams. They aren't household names yet, but the connections matter. Trayvon Diggs is out for the opener, leaving the secondary thin. Facing a powerhouse like the Eagles with a patched-up defense, that's a nightmare scenario. These new additions may not be stars immediately, but depth wins championships. They could be crucial in holding the fort when injuries strike. Fans are divided, but smart. Connected moves like this are the kind that preserve the legacy of the Doomsday Defense. And speaking of comebacks, Jalen Brooks, a wide receiver cut in the final roster decisions, quickly returned to the practice squad. Brooks is not a superstar, but he's a player who adds value on offense and special teams. Last season, he recorded 177 yards and a touchdown on 12 receptions, a modest stat line, but it reflects growth. Cutting him wasn't easy. Brian Schottenheimer described it as a whiteboard headache, weighing pros and cons. Bringing Brooks back signals that the team still values talent and understands the importance of players who know the system. It's a reunion that maintains stability and flexibility as the season begins. So, after all this, the bombshell trade rumors, the return of a familiar quarterback, reinforcements for the secondary, and the reunion with a promising receiver, it's clear that America's team is standing at a turning point. There's tension, hope, and a boiling pot of emotions across Cowboys Nation. Pride and worry exist side by side, and as fans, we're holding our breath. So, tell me in the comments, are you feeling confident, skeptical, or somewhere in between? One thing is certain, the future starts now, and every decision, every play, every move will define the path of the silver and blue this season. And let's not forget the bigger picture here. This isn't just about one player, one quarterback, or a handful of practice squad additions. It's about the identity of the team moving forward. The Cowboys have always been defined by resilience, by that doomsday defense grit, and by the sheer will to dominate when the stakes are highest. But right now, there's a storm brewing that could redefine that identity. Trading Micah Parsons, even if only rumored, would send shockwaves through the locker room and the fan base alike. Imagine the ripple effect, younger players questioning their place, veterans wondering about leadership, and the entire fan base losing a symbol of fearlessness on the field. And yet, amidst all this chaos, the front office seems to be playing chess, not checkers, carefully maneuvering pieces like Greer, Brooks, Stewart, and Bridges to ensure that, even if a star walks, the engine of this team keeps running. It's a delicate balance between risk and reward, between pride and pragmatism, and every move now carries enormous weight. The fans are watching every transaction, every social media post, every sideline reaction, because this isn't just a game, it's a culture, a tradition, and for many, a part of their very identity. And that's why this season is shaping up to be one of the most fascinating in recent memory. The Cowboys are not just preparing to play games, they're preparing to defend a legacy. Each new addition, each roster shuffle, each subtle maneuver behind the scenes sends a message. The team is thinking ahead, planning for the long game, and not willing to let a single setback define them. But the tension is palpable.